Okay guys, so we've gone ahead and we've actually created the first program already called room. It just calculates the width in the area. Again, this is not really useful program because it only ever does the same thing over and over and over again. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to create another project. We're going to call it room 2, and we're going to actually take input from the users to fill in our width and our height. So let's kind of get started at that now. So file, new project, same way we've been doing all along. So room 2. Okay, now first thing we're going to do for room 2 is we're going to make it look exactly like room 1 did for the moment. So I'm just going to copy and paste this. And we're going to just run this to make sure it actually works. And we'll just change a value to ensure that our number here actually updates properly. And it does so. At this point, we're good. So now what we want to do is we want to actually bring in the next part of what we want to do. And that's going to require us to do a little bit of extra work. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to import a new class. I'll do that right away. So I'll go right to here. So Java util scanner is what we're going to import. And now right after we identify what we're going to be working with here, we're going to bring the scanner into play. So scanner is a particular type. By doing that import, we're able to use this way. I'm going to call it input device. Actually, we can change it from that. I'm going to call it keyboard. So keyboard equals new scanner system in, and oops, one bracket. Nope, that was right the first time. There we go. So let's see if that looks correct. Scanner keyboard equals new scanner system in. I ended up putting more stuff than we needed to. Okay, there we go. Alright, so all this is going to do here is this is going to let us take input from our keyboard, and then hopefully we'll be able to use that input a little bit later. So we're going to leave our width set to the way it's set for right now. What we're going to do is we're going to set our length. So I'm just going to comment the length part out. And we're going to comment our length out and say length equals device next int. See if I did that right. Keyboard. Keep spelling length wrong. So length equals keyboard input length. Alright, now at this point I'll run this just to show you what's going to happen. So at this point I'm sitting here and I'm going, well, what's going on? The program's running, I don't see it's not doing anything. But if I was to type in a number like 15 and hit enter, you'll see that it'll take that 15 and turn it into the length that we had set before and complete my my thing. As because of that, we want to have a way of kind of prompting users to let them know what they should do. So system out, print. Notice this time I want to use print and not println. That's because I don't want I want my cursor to kind of be next to what I'm typing. So please enter the length of the room. We'll do that. And just like so. Now when I go to run this time, it'll tell you, okay, well, please enter the length of the room. So I now have an idea of what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to say my room is, let's say 10 this time. I'm going to hit enter. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to have happen. If I run the program again, and I go 15, now we have something that we can actually start to work with. So we can do some interactions. Now, in this particular case, that means we have a fixed width. So if we wanted to do something like this, we also have to include something for the width here. So we're going to do something similar for the width. There we go. So I'll do width first. So if I change these to width, let's see what happens. So I'm going to say the width is going to be 25. Oops, in the wrong spot. So width is going to be 25. Length is going to be 15. And I'm getting my answer. So that's all great. And everything's happy. The only thing we really want to keep an eye on here is sometimes if you have a number, if you're taking an int first, then you want to have a string come in later. So say you wanted to enter your age, enter your name, or enter your street address, something like that. What you'll find happens is the carriage return at the end of your input will get grabbed as the string that comes next. So what you normally want to do there is right after you do this, I should have commented that up as well. But right after you do your read, here you want to include a text line. And all that does is that just clears the line at the end of your print job, so to speak. So if I run this now, if it asks me for something, I'm going to say 30 this time. I'm going to say 10. And my answer works. And by me including that extra little bit of my keyboard next line here and here, it means that I'm able to take other inputs after that point. So what we've done now is we've taken our program that once only could do a static area. So we started off with this one where we actually had it all in this one spot here. So that you'd almost have to have it calculated first, which seems silly since that's what you want a computer for. So then we broke it out and started to use some variables. That let us make little changes here and let this formula kind of do its thing, so that as we change this value for the width or the length, our area would automatically get printed in this spot here. Because you don't want to have to recompile your program each time, we've taken the next step now of adding some user input, and we've done that using the scanner library. And what we do is we declare something as being of type scanner, just like your width is an integer. The keyboard variable is a scanner type, and what that does, what the scanner type is going to take as an argument is your system input. There's other inputs you could actually put in here as well, but in this particular case, we're keeping it simple and we're going with the standard input. From here, we're just looking for integers, so we'll say keyboard get int, and we can take that and save it into the width. Because it doesn't prompt you, because it doesn't warn you by default which way what it's expecting, we had to add this print line here, or this print here, to actually take that input. We added this extra keyboard next line to remove any of the extra stuff like the enter key getting hit, etc., so that our system can actually read the next number or the next string character that might come along, because otherwise you don't know which one it's going to be. Then we prompt for the length of the room, we do the same thing again, and then we do our printout. So that's just a quick run over of how to take your initial example that we had of using variables, and now we're using the variables where we're dynamically inputting their values into the system. Alright, so I'll leave that there for now, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye for now.